Oh, testing, testing. How are we doing? How are we doing? All right. So just had a crazy day at work. Obviously, it's the day after Halloween, so the first of the month is always kind of crazy. Second of all, it was an Arkansas game day, which we lost by freaking three. Go ahead and make fun of me for being an Arkansan. The plan today, legs. I don't know if y'all are some of my regulars or whatever, on the channel, but if you are, I am slightly like taking it easy on the wrists. I mean, it's arm day is just kind of when I feel like, it doesn't hurt. This week, it hurts quite a bit still, significantly. And then hopefully I can add it back in next week. I would really love to do at least one arm day, even if I could only do just a little bit. But this week, I kind of trialed and error some arm day on the end of chest and back day, and it's rough. Like y'all, I don't even remember if I left in that little bit I tried to do of flat barbell bench, but the pressure on my wrist is no bueno. So we're gonna, we're gonna just trial and error until it's healed. This is the first big injury since lifting, other than the if y'all were around for when I gashed open my hip, or if y'all were around for when that big old boy landed on my knee in semi-pro. So if y'all were around for either of those, that was definitely rough, and I had tough times coming back from both of those. Because I'm a natural athlete, I don't take anything outside of Tylenol to help me recover from injuries. So I'm literally just ice, hot bath, calcium, and sleep. That's it. So I got to take a little bit more time than some of these young fleets that be roiding. But I'm talking. Time to get through it. And I know I take a lot of like inspiration from Sam Solik because he's not only like my favorite freaking lifter right now and bodybuilder, but he's everything he does works, guys. Like even if he is an enhanced athlete and I am an enhanced athlete, I can still take a lot from his workouts. I can still use some of the sets that he does or the order of the workouts that he does to make my workouts the best possible. If I feel like today I'm gonna try something that he does. I'm gonna break my hyperextension, my quad extension up into a warm up set at the beginning of leg day, and then a finish pump out set at the end of leg day in the form of single leg to start with. And then we're going to probably go to, we'll see how squat feels today because I did this last week. And then definitely some hamstring curls. We might even do those before uh, hopping on anything else. We'll see. Right? The decision has been made. We're going to superset these two. And we're going to go like same, same. We're going to go single leg to warm up. Probably go straight to squats. I don't know if I want to do anything else. It might just be these two in squats, but there is a small chance I do something else as far as trying to get some extra leg movement in. So we'll see. But to start out with, we're gonna start on this. Alright, straight to our friend. And we're going to go relatively light just to warm up the knees. I have been at work all day, pretty much standing in one spot, except for the occasional sprint every like 30 minutes or hour-ish. Nice and light. Get some blood flow to these knees. Amazing. So we're going to bump both weights up now in both movements. Just one notch, or, well, on that one, it may go up like 2 notches because incrementally, I guess that one is less of a move than that one is. If you think about it, if you're doing a lot of something, well, not necessarily even a lot, but if you're doing more of something than another thing, you got this much, right? This on that technically, and this on this as far as the stack heights. This much of this is a lot more compared to what you were starting with. But if you add the same amount from this one to this one, not much different. But if you add something more like a third or like even a half of this stack weight, all of a sudden becomes quite a bit. So we're just going up one rung on this one. But we'll probably go up 2 or 3 on that. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, from not hitting arms in a week, can't even flex all the way yet, guys. My arms are still pumped as fuck. They're still pretty solid. I can't flex this one all the way though. That elbow and everything else is still all messed up. Still hurts. I'm saying, guys. It still hurts quite a bit. Oh, today I was doing a lot of everything with it. No, I really shouldn't have been. I don't know. I was just ready to get the orders out of the way. There was so many today. Whew. Let me know that I've done wrong. Sorry, I had to do a little flex ish. It's pretty good when I like nice and pumped up. Okay, I think we're gonna do that and then squat for about three. Sorry, squat for about 3-4 sets. Hmm. Since I just PR'd in bench, or not in bench. Sorry, not in bench, guys. Deadlift. Boy kind of wants to go and PR on squat, but my last squat PR was like 315, so that's 3 plates plus. If I'm feeling that, I would love to hit 3 plates. If not, it's probably going to be like 225 or 275. 275 is usually like my solid weight for me. That's like 80, roughly 80%, I think, of my one rep max. So I think we might work up to there and see how we're feeling. If we feel good enough, oh, we'll max. If not, there's no harm in just doing my 80% by 5 for 2 sets and then dropping them down and keep going on just dropping sets. Dirty little secret, who has to know? I don't know if we're filling it yet, but we are at least grabbing a belt just in case. Because if we are, I don't want to get hurt. No more than my damn wrist. I know. I'm already so bummed out that my dang wrist is hurt and I can't really do much arms right now. Let's get it. Warm up. This is gonna be a showy squat sesh. How about that? I don't know what we're calling it yet. Y'all want to see the tree trunks while I squat? Could not be the any better band to play while I'm doing squats. Easy. My knee does hurt a little bit, but we're gonna work through it. If it doesn't get better, then we might not match. But if it does get better, we're not gonna worry about it. It doesn't hurt. It just I feel like there's some like pressure, from standing and running. Hey, y'all see how easily I did that compared to when I was doing chest day? Still hurts. But it hurts just a little bit. Just trying to hold on to it, but we're not working the wrist, so we're not gonna worry about it. Knee still hurts. I think we're gonna try one more progression. If it still hurts, not gonna do it. Progression. See what it's like. If it hurts too much, well, probably try it for one more set afterwards. If it isn't too bad. So, a little bit of background knowledge. I used to skateboard and BMX and just do a lot of stupid stuff. So I'm kind of beat up, but I'm also not from a rich family by any means. Uh, damn near everything I have, I've either worked extremely hard to get it or it was free. For the freezies from a homie or hand me down from family, right? Well, uh, I also didn't go to the hospital for every single injury I had. So, as a kid, you probably break several bones and never go to the hospital. I guarantee I was one of those kids. I still haven't technically been to the hospital. I just called to see if I could get an X-ray, and they said not unless a doctor orders it, which is just lame to me. It's America's healthcare system at work. Either way, I know enough about the human body and recovery that I'm going to do my absolute best to personally PT myself. Make sure my wrist isn't going to go or put me behind my progress, but I'm also not going to push it too hard where I injure it further. That's like I'm talking. I think it's just from over running and walking again this week. Okay, it's a little better. Gotcha. All right, for realsies this time with the addition of a belt. Lower back itches. Pre-workout. Oh my wrist still hurts. Trying to hold this thing straight. Oh. You're hungry, sleep. I don't know why my knee is so bad. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that again. But next good leg day, or the next time my knee doesn't really hurt that bad, we are definitely maxing. I feel it. I feel it coming. That hurts. Don't know why it hurts, but it hurts. It's okay. Get a couple, 2 legged sets on the extension. After my root comes down, a couple of sets on the curl, the leg curl. Hopefully my leg doesn't still hurt. Knee. All right, same thing we just did. Where we were bouncing between these two. At a little bit different angle now. You can see me over here, down there, and you can see me over there. Right here. Playing with some of the angles because I'm not exactly like a photographer or videographer, but part of the pursuit of happiness now. So something we gotta learn. We're gonna go up to a pretty decent weight for both legs and do the same thing we did to warm up over here now. Okay. Pretty much right on time as far as my schedule, even though it's not real. I don't have like a schedule. It's just whenever time. Oh. Uh, uh, uh. Oh. Okay. To the next. Whew. Okay. Oh. I'm going nice and heavy on that because I couldn't squat. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. Not bad, not bad. Needs to be better still. Popping it up one. Okay. Yeah. After this one more. Pretty good and toasted as far as legs go. I had to do more squats, but I can't do squats. Yeah, I should hurt right now. I think it's just because I'm working so extra hard outward. So your boy's legs are pretty much beat before I even get to leg day. And I saved it for the end of my week on purpose so that I'd have to go through like some sort of gut check at the end of my work week every single week. I'd have one more day to work after leg day. You know, it's just like the mindset things you can do to yourself to test yourself. But I was definitely doing it. Or I'm still doing it. I mean, so it take effect very fast. Oh. Whew. I'm already feeling it after. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna do one more. And I thought I was gonna quit. I got one more. Come on. Do this shit awesome. Okay. Quickly. Oh man, that's good stuff, guys. Oh, okay, I'm pretty much good as far as my legs. Now let's choose a good posing spot. Where, yeah. Oh yeah, y'all can see the legs. A couple of fun. This is definitely not lean enough, but I feel it. I feel the muscle like growing inside there. And no, I just don't have a lot of definition right now because of bulk. How many of you think that me having a big ass will actually do me wonders instead of hurt my score if I ever go into, or if I ever actually make it onto like the actual stage? Go ahead, start commenting stuff, and I say something if y'all want to reply to it. Go ahead and start, dude. I would love to start getting to some of y'all's comments and like actually talking to some of y'all. But as far as the lift goes, that's pretty much it. Um, I also just got a car phone mount, so I can actually have some kind of also Samsolic inspired car talks. It gets me in the mood for the gym or decompresses me from after the gym. Maybe not tonight because I don't exactly know what I would talk about, but how about let's say uh, tomorrow's Sunday. I still don't know if we're lifting tomorrow or if we do boxing. So we might end up doing boxing, to be honest. It just sounds like fun. But I had a lot of fun on legs, even though my knees are hurting a little. I'm more than happy to freaking go home and stuff my face full of protein. Tomorrow, TBD. There's a chance I go home, go to sleep, because y'all know Sunday's just my wild day where I stay up and stuff. Or there's a chance I am able to go home, somewhat take a nap. I might get called back up there if it gets crazy, but hell, I might get like plenty of sleep as far as a nap goes, and then go to work perfectly fine tomorrow and lift arms. My wrist doesn't hurt too bad. That was like some of my doing that was popping my shoulder and my elbow. They both are extremely stiff since I can't do much. But as far as the plan goes, I'm still gonna keep bulking because I don't want to stop just because I have this injury. I still want to bulk. I still want to continue to gain mass. Don't want to continue to pack on size before I go on cut and trim off all the excess fat. Plus, having that extra food in your system helps you sleep. You know, like when you're lifting harder because you're bulked up, you have all this extra energy, all this extra fuel literally in your muscles. Um, you're working out extra hard, so you're technically making your body more tired than you were if you were cut, even though you, or even yeah, even though you're literally tired all the time on a cut. Instead of like you feeling tired all the time and then just having minor crashes after your workouts or whatever, and still getting like some spotty sleep, because I get spotty sleep on my cuts, but um, you're even more tired by the time you're going to bed, and you're happy as hell to go to bed. So y'all keep that in mind too. It's harder to sleep on your cuts because you're just hungry. You know, your body's craving stuff that it just doesn't have. Now, some people are just naturally good sleepers. I'm not speaking for you guys. You guys have it lucky. My wife is one of you guys. But as far as the rest of us goes, we struggle. The boy gets his like 6 hours a night is a pretty typical night, but most are like four, 4 and 5, which is fine. I mean, scientifically, you only need 4 hours of rest to function. And that's only rest. That doesn't count for REM sleep, which I do get a little bit of REM sleep. So either way, I've done rambled enough to not have a car talk just because of the end of this video. Y'all stay in the gym. If you're not in the gym, do you, boo. If you're gonna complain about your body though, I'm gonna say, what helped that. First, counting the calories, cutting out a lot of sodas, cutting out, bad habits like nicotine. It's almost 3 years. New Year's will be 3 years since I've quit nicotine. Pretty much since I've started this whole journey, as I pretty much started on the New Year's of what 2020? No, 2023. 2022. We're starting. I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. Yeah, at the start of 2022, my New Year's resolution was that I would never touch nicotine again. That's not just a 1 year resolution, that's like a lifetime resolution I'm trying to keep. Anyway, more rambling. Time to get out of here because I got food waiting at home and the babysitter probably wants to go. If you're not in the gym, get in the gym. If you are in the gym, there's a good fucking chance you're doing great. Keep it up. Uh, y'all will see me tomorrow for a TBD lift. It could be arms if I'm feeling it in my wrist, or it could be fucking boxing. I could do a little boxing workout, some basketball at the court by the football field. Like there's so many options. So whatever happens, I am gonna do something. I gotta do something. Can't be lacking on every other body part just because the wrists are all messed up. But now that my wrist is messed up, expect one of my arm days to be replaced with like a accessory day. So I might do some wrist stuff that day, and then some like calves, forearms, you know, maybe even shoulders that day because my shoulders are really good right now. I'm not worried about my shoulder game necessarily, even though I do need a really good. That could be what tomorrow is if my freaking wrist doesn't hurt. Shoulders. We'll see. I will see you guys